Sup Sup Everyone, I'm ItsReallyTimmyB and welcome to another tier ranking video. This one we are going to be tier ranking all of the 4th generation of Pokemon, all Pokemon that were introduced in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. For those of you who don't know, I am doing a Genlock on the channel as well, which is a series where I'm doing a randomized Nuzlocke of every single Pokemon generation, and they're all connected. And the Gen 4 video just came out not too long ago for Pokemon Platinum, so make sure you guys check that out, as well as the other videos of the Genlock and all other Timmy B content. And while you're at it, also don't forget to hit that thumbs up button to like this video, and to also hit that subscribe button to subscribe to the channel and check out the rest of the Timmy B content that I have for you guys. And without further ado, let's just hop in. These rankings are just kind of my thoughts on these Pokemon. Everything kind of goes into it, whether I just like you, if you're good, if you have a fun design, a fun typing, so everything just happens. So if you agree with me, great, let me know in the comments. If you disagree with me, great, let me know in the comments. And if you really disagree with me, then I don't know, make your own list and tweet at me or share it in the Discord or something. So without further ado, let's hop into these rankings. Starting off with our beautiful starters: Turtwig, Grotle, Torterra, Chimchar, Monferno, Infernape, Piplup, Prinplup, and Empoleon. I kind of had these guys all similar, I think we're going to put all of the first stages in the B tier, kind of above average. They're cute, they're fun. They're really awesome. You start your Pokemon journey with them. The teenagers, the mid-stage Evos, it is kind of like middle child syndrome, or the phenomenon, whatever it is. They're just kind of there, right? They just kind of exist. Grotle, Monferno, and Prinplup have really nothing against you. I think we put you guys in the C tier as just like an average, you're average. What can I say? And then I think we put all 3 of the final Evos in the A tier for now. Maybe we put 1 or 2 in S as we kind of go through this list. But that's how I kind of see it. Average, middle, teenagers, B above average for the babies, and then A really good for the final stage evolutions. And I just feel like with these teenagers, you're just kind of like, when do you get to level 36 again? Like, can we hurry this up? Like, let's go. So I think that's where these starters go. I think it's a really unique group of typings: grass, ground, fire, fighting, because we definitely don't have enough of those in Pokemon, especially from starters. And water, steel is really fun. I mean, I like all these guys. I've done multiple playthroughs with Torterra, a few playthroughs with Infernape, and a few with Empoleon. So that is really good. It's a great set of starters, definitely in the top half of Pokemon in my opinion. Probably 3, 4, 5, 7, 1 for the OGs, so it's interesting. The odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7 have a great set of starters. Gen 4 has a great set as well. But you know what? Maybe that's another video. Actually, I think I did do the starters a while back. So check out those. Maybe I revisit those and do another one. But yeah, these are a great set of starters. So very happy. Let's go ahead. Put Turtwig in B, Grotle in C, Torterra in A, Chimchar in B, Monferno in C, and Infernape in A, Piplup in B, Prinplup in C, not B, and Empoleon in A. I think that's just kind of how it is, right? And again, maybe we move 1 or 2 up or down. We'll see kind of what our list looks like. And next up we have Starly, Staravia, and Staraptor, the early bird here. And I think that we can all agree that Staraptor is probably in everybody's top 3 for early route bird. I would say probably Staraptor, Talonflame, and Corviknight are probably the majority's top 3. I mean, much respect to Pidgeot as well, the OG, but Staraptor, Talonflame, Corviknight are probably most people's top 3. Maybe Kilowattrel now, but Staraptor is really, really awesome. It's a great Pokemon. It's one of the more common ones for everybody's Gen 4 team, right? Staraptor, Luxray, Lucario. But no, Staraptor is really awesome. It's a fun Pokemon. It looks cool. It's not bad. Like, you can use it in the games. It's a really great physical attacker. Super fun to use. Starly is kind of fun, you know. If you're shiny hunting for the starters, you probably got a couple of shiny Starlies, uncatchable ones as well. I remember in my couple of Chimchar attempts, we got one shiny Starly. And then against Staravia, a teenager, you know, you're just kind of there. You're the bridge from getting from what, level 16 or so from the Starly to level 34 to get to Staraptor. So you're great. Actually, one of our shinies in Heart Gold, Kaizo Ironmon, was a Staravia. So this is tough. This is tough. Does Staraptor go into S tier? Does it? We're gonna have to put a few of these guys in here, especially a few Gen 4 original homies. You know what? Yes, let's do it. Staraptor, you start with the letter S, and that's where you're going. I will put you with the babies. Do we though? Are you on the same tier as these guys? No, I don't think so. Maybe you guys are on the same tier as. You know what? Because well, yeah. Let's just do it. C tier again. We can make adjustments. I say that almost every tier ranking video, and then I never do. Maybe we make adjustments. Who knows? Call me crazy. Next up, we got Bidoof and Bibarel. I mean, Bidoof is in its own tier, right? It's Bidoof. That's why I made the Bidoof tier. So we're gonna put Bidoof in there. Let's go, buddy. And yeah, perfect. Awesome. There we go. I can't see who is next, so I'm gonna adjust this real quick. Okay, the screen is adjusted so we can kind of see who's coming up next, and I can move all that. So Bidoof in its own tier all the way up at the top. I mean, come on, it's Bidoof. It is the HM homies of HM homies. It can learn everything. I think maybe it can't learn one thing, but it can learn everything. It's Bidoof, so it's in its own tier, guys. I don't need to go on for that. Now, Bibarel. Bibarel is I mean, he just looks so dirty. Like, just look at him. He's like, with his buck teeth. Oh, man. It is a good laugh every time I see Bibarel just. All right, Bibarel, where do we put you, though? Because, you know, you have Bidoof. We know all about Bidoof. Bibarel, what are we doing here? Bibarel. I mean, I don't know, man. Where do we put you, Bibarel? Where do we put you? You're definitely not S. You're definitely not A. You're not B. Bibarel, I'm sorry, buddy. I think you're below average. I think you just looking so derpy with your little buck teeth, that's enough to get you out of F, but not enough to put you in C. So Bibarel, you are in D. I'm sorry, but I mean, come on. It's such a downgrade from Bidoof, okay? But next up, we got the early route bugs. We got Kricketot and Kricketune. Now, Kricketune has a very interesting Pokemon cry. It's like, that's Kricketune. It takes like 8 seconds, even though I did it in like 3. That's basically its cry. Kind of like Bidoof, or I'm sorry, Bibarel with the buck teeth. That definitely plays a factor. Also not terrible, especially if you get in a random showdown now, at least for Gen 9 battles. Could be interesting with like some sticky webs, some taunting, pounce as well. So it does have a little bit of use for just being kind of an annoying, cheesy bug. Also could attack as well. Definitely check out the Genlock. There was a moment where I almost added Kricketune to the team, and I explain why. So make sure you guys go check that out. Kricketune, Does your cry take you from D to C or from C to B? I guess that's what I'm saying. Does that take you from below average to average, or average to kind of like an above average? I don't know if I can put it on the same tier as the starters. I would say, yeah, you're average. You're average. Your cry makes you average. Good for you, buddy. Now, Kricketot is... I mean, I guess just below average. It's, you know, it's just an early game bird. It's not a Caterpie. It's not a Weedle. It's not a Wurmple. I mean, come on. It's a Cricketot. You do evolve into Cricketune, though, so I think we give you some company with Bibarel. You're definitely not F. F is reserved for, like, those just handful of, like, I just don't know what it is, never really liked you. So maybe we put you in F. I don't know. I don't think you deserve to be all the way at the bottom. So I'm going to be a little nice here, put you in the D tier. And next up, we got 3 homies coming up. Shinx, Luxio, and Luxray. I love Luxray. This might go in S with Staraptor, so my S tier just might be, remember I said that generic Gen 4 team of Staraptor, Luxray, Lucario, Garchomp. It might go in the S tier for now. Shinx is just so cute and so adorable. Do we put you in A? Are you better than the starters, Shinx? That is interesting. I do think that Shinx and Luxio are a step above Starly and Staravia, so I think we could put those both in the B tier. Luxray is definitely A or S for now. Shinx is so cute and adorable, man. Like, come on, he's so cute. Maybe we do put you in A. Maybe we do. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Shinx goes into A. So cute, so adorable. A nice 3-stage electric type as well. I mean, I guess they exist, but, you know, Shinx, Luxio, Luxray. I think Luxio is in the B tier. I think we put Luxray in the S tier. Always a fan to have Luxray, except I didn't realize how slow Luxray was in a Nuzlocke once. I did an Ultra Moon Nuzlocke about a year ago, and we had a Luxray, which is great. Didn't realize Luxray is very, very slow, or not very, very slow, but it's slower than you think. I'll just say, I'll say that. It is slower than we think. So that is the Luxio, Luxray, Shinx command chain evolution. Yeah. Bidoof and Roserade are next. The baby and the final stage for Roselia, which was introduced in Gen 3. Skadooby-dooby-doo, what do we do about you, buddy? Where do we put you? I think you're kind of like Cricketot. I don't think you're F, Bidoof. I don't think you're F, but you're certainly not C. So I think we put Bidoof in D. And I actually really like Roserade. I think Roselia was definitely, I'll talk about this with some of some later Evos as well, but Roselia is definitely something that they could have added to, and I'm glad that they did. I do like Roserade. It is pretty fun. It looks kind of cool. Just basically gave Roselia some hair pretty much. But yeah, I'm a fan. I don't know if we put you in A, Roserade. We'll put you in B. I think that's kind of fair. I don't know if you're A. I think you are above average. I don't know if you're that, like, I don't know if you hit that, like, good tier or good great tier of A. So yeah, I like that. Bidoof in D, Roserade in B. That is awesome. Now we got the fossils of Gen 4. We have Cranidos, Rampardos, Shieldon, and Bastiodon. Rampardos is actually really awesome. It is tied for 10th in terms of its attack stat, and everybody above Rampardos are either Megas or like Calyrex Ice or Kartana. So everything that has a higher attack stat is some Mega, Legendary, Ultra Beast, and even below it, it's like Mega Banette, Palafin Hero, and again, some other Megas as well. So really great attack stat. But because it's only, you know, 495 BST, because it has such a high attack, there's not a lot of love in the other stats as well. It's a fossil, it's a rock, so we know it's going to be slow. It's going to be a little defensive. But dude, Rampardos is just so fun. And for Bastiodon, I kind of feel bad. I think when we look at fossils in Pokemon, I feel like I can make an argument that in terms of rankings and all that stuff, most fossils are kind of together. You know, Credillia and Armaldo, you know, I kind of view them as the same. Maybe Omastar and Kabutops is a little bit more separated. But I think here, or, you know, Tyrantrum and Aurorus, you know, they're kind of close. You know, they're you know, in my rankings and in my thought process. Maybe Bastiodon is just so forgotten about. Maybe that's why, or maybe because everybody goes with Rampardos. I don't know. I just feel like when we're talking Rampardos and Bastiodon, they're just more separated than, say, a Credillia or Armaldo. But I do like Bastiodon. Maybe he's just forgotten about. Also really fun to use. I mean, both of these, when I get them in some random showdowns, like, it's always fun to have a Rampardos. Could definitely sweep depending on the item and the moveset that we get. It could also have Sheer Force as an ability, which is great. Bastiodon, setting up Iron Defense and Body Press, holding a Chesto Berry, soundproof as well. So both do have a little bit of use for some fun battling, excuse me. So, but where do we put you here in terms of Gen 4 Pokemon? You guys are the fossil, so you are rare in the games, so that kind of maybe plays a little bit of a factor. I think Rampardos I do rank a little bit higher than Bastiodon. I think we probably go Bastiodon B, Rampardos either S or A. Yeah, do I put Rampardos higher than the starters though? Like, that's the debate here. Or maybe we just put Bastiodon in C and maybe Rampardos in A. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think Bastiodon is average. I think he might get moved to B maybe at the end of this when I take a second look and see how everything goes. But I think Bastiodon in C, I think that makes sense. Rampardos, we'll put you in A for now. Maybe we bump you guys up a tier. Cranidos and Shieldon. We'll put Cranidos in B. I'll put Shieldon. Oh, you know what? I'll put him with Bastiodon. No, yeah. You're here. Like, yeah. Now we got the Burmese and the Wormadaniels and Maltham. We have different types of Burmese, we have different types of Wormadams, we have Maltham as well. I mean, yeah. Like, that's oh man. I'll put Sand and Trash in B. I'll put them in above average. I think they're unique. I think they're fun. It's a fun way to evolve, you know, depending on your terrain. I think you're probably in, you know, you're just average. Like, you're just a typical bug grass. Like, you just exist, man. I do like these two forms better than this one. We'll just put all of these in D tier. I don't hate you guys, so you're not in F. Maltham's actually kind of fun too. Maltham is fun. But again, you're just kind of like, you're just average. Like, I mean, oh man, like my rankings, huh? But yeah, I like that. I think these two forms, I do like them a little bit better than the regular one, which, you know, kind of makes sense. Maltham, yeah, you guys are here. Yeah, I like that. Now, Combee and Vespiquen. This is awesome. I do like Vespiquen a lot. Combee is fun, unique, adding honey into Gen 4. I think that's a lot of fun. Again, I don't hate you, Combee, so you're just in D tier. I do like Vespiquen, though. I do. I think we're gonna put you in the A tier. You know, it's just kind of cool. Like, it's nice. It's the Queen Bee. It's the Queen Bee. How could we not put you in A at least, right? We don't want to upset the Queen Bee, guys. We don't want to upset the Queen Bee. So yeah, that's kind of the bugs there. Next up, we have Pachirisu. Again, you kind of just exist. Like, I don't have really any feelings about you, buddy. You exist. You're super cheesy. You're super fast, especially in some showdowns. Again, having Nuzzle, Super Fang, U-turn. This guy can be an absolute problem. Can definitely be very cheesy, very cool. But are you above average? I don't know. I don't know if you're above average, and that's kind of the problem. I think you're average. For like a Pikachu clone, I'll consider you average. Yeah. I'll consider you average. Now we got Buizel and Floatzel. I am a big fan of Buizel and Floatzel. I think it's a fun Pokemon. I think it's a cool design. Really awesome to have. I did a random Nuzlocke once, and I had a huge power Floatzel, which is really fun to use. So, yeah, Buizel and Floatzel. I think we put Buizel. I think you're probably on par with the starters and Shinx. I think you're above average. I think you're cool. You're kind of cute. And yeah, I think we put Floatzel. Do we put you in S? I think he's kind of like Rampardos for now. Let's put him in A, and then maybe we adjust to S. But yeah, I've always kind of been a fan of Floatzel. Always fun, kind of a little fun design there. Really fun to use. I've never really had any problems with him. Always a good time. Now we have Cherubi, Cherim, and the other form of Cherim, I guess Sunny form or Chloroform, whatever it is. This might be one of our Fs. This might be. I've never really liked Cherim. I feel like Cherim is just, it's a mon that I feel like is better than it is, if that makes sense. Like, every time I see Cherim, I'm kind of like, oh wow, this might be able to do some damage to us. And then I'm like, oh, that's right, it's a Cherim. Like, I do like Cherubi though. Cherubi is a fun design, and I think that alone makes you average. Cherim, that form, I think we put in D. That might be our first F. That might be our first F. Maybe we put you in F eventually. And then the Cherry form, I guess we'll put you in C. I think that works. Yeah, I think you're average. I think the design puts you right above below average into average. So I like that. Maybe we move you down to F. Now we got Shellos and Gastro Beanie, baby. We got Gastrodon, we got Shellos. Both are really cool. We have an East version and a West version. The blue is one of those two, and then the pink is the other one. I believe blue is East? I don't know. But yeah, the blue is either East or West, and then the pink one is the opposite of that one. So that's how you guys can remember which one is the blue and which one is the East and which one is the West. I think they're East and West, right? Anyways, big fan of Shellos and Gastrodon. I think it's a really cool design. It's a really cool Pokemon. Getting another water ground type out there aside from just a starter Swampert. I do like the colors of it. We actually had a Shellos and Gastrodon in our Genlock episode, so make sure you guys go check that out. That was a lot of fun to use. I do like the blue a little bit better than the pink, but I do like the pink as well. I just kind of like, the cool ears on the blue Shellos. I think we put blue Shellos in B. I think you're kind of on par with some of these starters. Pink one will put you in average. Much respect to you. Yeah, but blue Gastrodon, I think we put in A. And pink, I'll give respect. I like blue Shellos more, but I mean these two are both kind of cool and unique. So blue Shellos is a little bit better than the pink one. And then you two are on the same, so I like that. Ambipom is next. Okay, now we're kind of getting to some evolutions of some previous Pokemon in Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3, and we'll have a whole streak of them later as a lot got added to Platinum. And I feel like Ambipom, and as you can see, like a Mismagius or Murkrow, and then even a little bit later, kind of like Tangela. I don't want to say that they were necessarily like incomplete Pokemon, but playing Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, every time you see an Ambipom or an Apom, or a Misdreavus or a Murkrow, they were just so weak, and I just felt like you're like, there's something else, like there's something else here. Again, so I don't want to say that they were necessarily incomplete, but kind of in hindsight, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, they got evolutions. Like, again, I don't want to say incomplete, but it just was like, there's something else here with you. Like, do you evolve? Like, what's up? Because it seems like that they put a good amount of work into like the design and all that stuff. And it was just like, there's something else to you. Again, for like the 8th time. Ambipom though is kind of cool. I mean, we might as well just give him a Mega, right? Just keep having growing hands and arms and stuff. I don't know if you're A though. I don't know if you're A. I don't. Although A for Ambipom. Are you the same as the Gastrodons, or are you more like B? Are you on the same level? Yeah. You know what? I would probably put Ambipom and Roserade together. Yeah, I think that's fair. Above average. Good, not great, right? Above average. Now we got Drifloon and Drifblim. These guys I really like. These are a lot of fun. Now, interesting interesting Pokédex entries and interesting lore with these two guys. So definitely look that up when you got some time here. Very scary, very interesting. I'll just say that. So if you guys don't know of these guys' Pokédex entries, especially Drifloon's the baby one, check them out. But with my Switch 2, I'm doing a Scarlet playthrough now, and actually got a shiny Drifloon and now shiny Drifblim. Amazing shinies, beautiful shinies. If you guys don't know, basically the purple turns into the yellow, and the yellow turns into kind of like a blue, kind of like a light blue. So beautiful. So definitely happy. I've been using that on the Scarlet playthrough. So really fun mons to use, really fun typing, ghosts and flying. And Drifblim specifically having Unburden as the ability. You can slap Citrus Berry on that and go crazy with Strength Sap, Air Slash, Calm Mind, all that stuff. You could be super cheesy. You could also just be a pretty good attacker too, kind of tanky. And yeah, also has Aftermath. You can play with that. Not if you're Nuzlocking, but you can definitely play with Aftermath as well. So Drifblim, Drifloon, big fans. You know what? I think we put Drifloon in B tier. I think that makes sense. And then I think for Drifblim, I think are you S? I think you're A for now, maybe S. It's just so hard because every time I want to put something in S, I see the 3 starters, and even like some of the ones that we've been debating on, I'm kind of like, are you higher than these guys? Like, it is tough. It is tough. I think I need to adjust the screen again a little bit. Yeah, because I can't see. I can't control. Let's zoom out real quick. All right, we're back. We adjusted the screen a little bit. We got Baneri and Lopunny up next. We got Lola or Babs. We got the bunnies. Baneri is, I think, unfortunately, Baneri, we're going to put you in the D tier. I think you're below average. Friendship Evo as well. I think it has the lowest, if not one of the lowest, starting friendships. So a little bit of a pain to evolve as well, because that's a lot of happiness for one little bunny. Lopunny though, kind of good. I think you just might be average. Like, this is just such a generic normal type, This is just so generic. So I think Lopunny, I think we put you in C. I mean, your Mega's kind of cool. We like that, but this is a Gen 4 tier ranking list. Again, you're just kind of an average normal type. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's really nothing that separates you from getting to above average or into the A tier or to the S tier. So yeah, welcome to the average squadron. Next up, we have Miss Magus, and Miss Magus is the evolution from Miss Magus is the evolution from Mischievous, as I was looking at that Honchkrow. Really fun ghost, very witchy, very cool, very fast, good special attacker. This is a lot of fun as well. Very happy, as I said, that Mischievous got an Evo. Definitely, like I said, not incomplete, but it just felt like there was something else to you, Mischievous. And Murkrow as well. So I think Mischievous, not Mischievous, Miss Magus. Gosh, I am not on it today. But that's okay, we're going to continue on here. Mischievous, we will put you in A tier. And I think Honchkrow, I think we put you in S. I think I've just always been a big fan of Honchkrow. He has a cool hat. So shout out all Pokemon who wear hats. It might just be you. But yeah, Honchkrow is kind of cool. Dark, flying, a fun, unique type. I mean, there's also Mandibuzz and some others as well. It's just, I don't know what it is. I feel like Honchkrow and Corviknight, maybe because they're both kind of crows and raven-like, but for some reason I've always just kind of felt like this probably doesn't make any sense. If you guys kind of understand what I'm saying, then comment or agree with me or something like that. But I feel like Honchkrow was Corviknight before Corviknight, if that makes sense. I know that probably just makes no sense to anybody watching it, but if it makes sense to one of you out there, then let me know. But yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, Honchkrow was Corviknight before Corviknight, if that makes sense. So I think yeah, we'll put you in S tier. I think we'll do that. I like that. Gotta get some more love in the S tier. Now we have Purugly and Glameow. Ugh. right? Like, does anybody like these guys? I mean, not if you like them, great, good for you. Just let me know in the comments. I do like Glameow. I think you're average. I think for like a generic like first stage kind of baby like cat normal type, I think you're fine. Fun design. Per ugly, D, below average. Just ugly is literally in your name. Your name is Per Ugly. Chingling is actually going to be our first F. I don't know why you're here. Chimecho probably didn't need a baby. It probably needed an extra evolution after it, like Super Chimecho or Mega Chimecho. But yeah, what, like, why Chingling? What are we doing? Like, why are you here? Like, he's just so tiny. F for Chingling. Now we got Stunky and Skuntank though, and these two stink. Okay. Aside from that, actually, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of these two. There's better poison dark types, not only from this generation, but in Pokemon as well. I do like kind of the design, though. I do like the purple. I think it's a really nice purple that they use. I just don't think anything of you guys. I'll put Skuntank in average. I mean, like I said, never really liked you, never really hated you. I just think you're kind of right there in that middle. I kind of like that Bastiodon. Like, just really no strong opinions about you, buddy. Yeah, and then Stunky, we'll put you in below average. And yeah, so below average for Stunky. Let's go ahead and zoom out again. That way it just kind of all fits into the screen. You guys can see that. And yep. Okay. Bronzor and Bronzong, really fun Steel Psychic type that isn't a Metagross, so that is awesome, just kind of a regular Pokemon. Bronzong is awesome, great design, really cool guy. Levitate, Heatproof as the ability, so really fun to use. Really good for Kaizo Ironmon as well, being 500 BST. We've had a few good Bronzong runs, so many resistances, so that's great. Bronzor, you know, kind of a cool design, can be a little bit annoying out there in the wild, and Scarlet and Violet I've ran into my fair share of Bronzors before. But yeah, really big fan. The shinies are not fantastic on these guys. But, you know, I would say Bronzong, definitely not S tier, but A for sure. A for sure. We're going to zoom out again. Wow, we're really going to have to zoom here. Wow. Okay, that's fine. You guys can see this, right? And then Bronzor, I think we just put you in C. Are you more of a Shellos or are you more of a Drifloon, Bronzor? Probably more of a Shellos. Yeah, more of a Shellos. Bonsley, Mime Jr., and Happiny are next. The babies for Sudowoodo, Mr. Mime, and Chansey. Yeah, these guys are really cool. I kind of like the Bonsley design, like just kind of a really, really cute, you know, very Sudowoodo-like. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Mime Jr. is a fun Pokemon as well. Fun design. Happiny is, yeah. Happiny is Happiny. You know what? I think we will put Bonsley in B for Bonsley. I think you're in C, and I think you're in D. I think that's right. I think you're slightly above average. I think you're probably pretty average. I would put, yeah, you guys probably on the same tier. Yeah. And then you're below average. Again, don't hate Happiny. You're just not good enough to be average, and I'm sorry for that. I do apologize. Chatot is next, and this is a Pokemon. Introduce Chatter. Which was a cool feature, yelling into your DS's microphone to increase the power, and I believe a chance for confusion as well. I don't know what it is, but Chatot has always just kind of been super annoying to me, whether it's just putting me to sleep. It's one of those Pokemon in Kaizo Ironmon 2 that's like a 430, 440 BST, I think, right? That just always is a problem for you. For some reason, it's always tanky or whatever. So me personally, not the biggest fan of Chatot. Definitely not worth being in the F tier, but I think you're definitely below average. Spiritomb S, I mean, come on. Like, come on now. Like, what do we have to say about Spiritomb? First of all, no weaknesses for 2 generations until Fairy type. So really great Dark Ghost, much better than Sableye as well. 485 BST, right? Or 465. Yeah, again, just really great. And spoiler alert for the Genlock, if you guys haven't seen that yet, Spiritomb was our randomized starter, but either way, it was still going to go in the S tier. Really fun Pokemon. I really enjoyed using it for the Genlock. Just a big fan of Spiritomb. Very annoying a little bit in Legends Arceus, but in terms of Gen 4 Pokemon, Spiritomb is S tier. Definitely on the same level as the other three there, Staraptor, Luxray, and Honchkrow. Definitely. Maybe we might have to move the starters to S tier. Every time I look at that, I'm like, are they A? Oh, well, you know what? We'll make adjustments. We'll make adjustments. Now we have the pseudo legendaries of Gen 4. Gible, Gabite, and Garchomp. Gible is awesome. I think Gible is definitely worth A tier for sure. He's just so cute. Look at him. He's like a little chomper, you know. So Gible is A tier. I think honestly, I don't know if I put Garchomp in S tier. Definitely not my favorite pseudo legendary. Definitely, it's a really fun dragon and stuff, but I mean, Hydreigon for sure over Garchomp. Dragapult for sure over Garchomp. Dragonite probably for sure over Garchomp. Yeah. So I mean, if we're talking like pseudo legendary dragons or even, you know, just powerful dragons, Garchomp is up there for sure. I actually did a dragon tier rank video. I forget why I put Garchomp. I think we put Garchomp in A. It deserves that for sure. It's better than above average. This might be where people might comment. I know a lot of you guys probably put Garchomp in S. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree with you. I think it's very S tier worthy, but for me personally, I think it's just an A tier. So yeah, we're gonna go Garchomp A. Gabite, I'll put you in above average. I think you're cool, and because you're a pseudo legendary, you're kind of a middle stage that's usable. I mean, I guess so are the starters as well, but you're part dragon. We'll put you in B tier. So yeah, Garchomp, Gible A, Gabite B. I kind of like that. Now we got Munchlax, dude. Munchlax is a homie. Let's be real. The baby version of Snorlax, all this guy does is eat. I mean, come on. The dream. Munchlax is cool. Such a fun design. I like it. Absolute pain to capture in the regular games with the honey and stuff and having to check every, 6 hours or something like that. So, you know, because of that, you're not S tier. Are you A though? I think, yeah. Yeah, I think Munchlax for me is probably on the same level as Shinx and Gible, then the starters. It's close though. It's close. Munchlax might be like a B plus A minus, but big fan of Munchlax. Just super awesome, super fun, super cool. Riolu and Lucario. This might be where you guys lose me. Lucario in... No, I'm just kidding. I could never put Lucario in F. Lucario is kind of similar to Garchomp for me. I'm a big fan. I do like it. I don't know if I personally put it in S tier. You know, it definitely does kind of have that... I don't want to say overrated, but Lucario definitely is kind of in that ballpark with like a Charizard or like a Greninja, which they are great Pokemon, like S tier, A tier, A plus, S minus. But you know, there is a little overhyping, I don't want to say overrated, but so I think Lucario is probably an A tier for me. I think he's kind of on par for me with the starters and like Garchomp and stuff. So Lucario is A, but Riolu is also nice. You know, we'll put both of you in A. I do like Riolu. Friendship Evo, I probably put you... Yeah, you're definitely better than Bonsly. Definitely better than Bonsly, and yeah. Okay, I like putting Riolu and Lucario in A tier. Again, you might lose me here. I think we could put it in S. Maybe we do put it in S, but for me right now, you know, it's a really awesome Pokemon. I like it, but I'm not like over the moon for Lucario. And you guys might lose me here as well. I love Hippowdon, a great ground type hippo, just super beast. Right after putting Lucario in A, we're putting Hippowdon in S. Yes, I don't know what it is. I've just always been a big fan of Hippowdon. Fun designs as well, switching colors from male to female. He's not the only one. There's a bunch of, I mean, like Gastrodon, but that's more region-based. But, you know, Hippowdon have just always been a big fan. Just one of my favorites from Gen 4. So I definitely put Hippowdon in S. Hippopotas, Hip Hop Anonymous. I think you're in probably B tier. Yeah, I think that makes sense. You're cute, you're adorable, but it's like, come on, just evolve already. Get us to Big Daddy Hippowdon. Drapion and this guy as well, whatever baby Drapion is. Skorupi, that's his name, Skorupi. Just one of, I don't want to call it the first, but one of the first Pokemon where you're kind of like, wait, what level do you evolve at again? Like this guy, like you get Drapion at level of like 40. Maybe one day when we do the Gen 5 video, I'll have more to say about that. But I feel like Skorupi is definitely, because it's just so weak. It's definitely that first one where it's like, hold on, you evolved when? Like there's nothing in between, like no teenage Drapion, right? So just never been a big fan of Skorupi. We'll put you in D tier. You know, it's not your fault that you evolved late. If it was your fault, you would be an F, but because it's not your fault, it's whoever decided that at the Pokemon Company, that keeps you out of the F tier. Drapion though, big fan, like it. Poison Dark type, definitely better than Stunky, definitely the better Poison Dark type here. Really fun shiny as well, and yeah, I think you're A tier. You're definitely on par with some Lucarios and Bronzongs and the starters and the Gastrodons. Definitely better than you know, Roserade, Aipom, Gabite. So yeah, and then now we're Toxicroak too. Toxicroak is a homie, big fan. Super weak to Psychic though, but I don't know. I've just always been a big fan of Toxicroak. Don't know what it is. Maybe I just like the design. The Poison Fighting is a fun, unique typing. So I think you're kind of on par with everybody else. You're not up here for me, but you're definitely in the A tier. And then Croagunk's a homie as well. You're definitely on par with these guys. So you're definitely above average. Also afraid of Cynthia from the anime. Brock sent him out, and he was like, "Nope, I don't want any part of Cynthia." So Toxicroak A, Croagunk B, Carnivine F. I like. Why are you here, man? Like, what's up? What's your deal? Again, no shame if anybody likes Carnivine, but I feel like Carnivine is definitely like a very forgotten about Pokemon. Like every time he pops up, and when we do like Gen 4, Gen 5 Ironmon, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, you exist, right? So you're just F tier. Like, what's your deal, man? What are you here for? Right? What are you here for? So yeah, F tier for Carnivine. You know, I don't hate it, but I'm just kind of like, what's your deal, man? What's your deal? Finian and Luminian. Finian exists, you know, it's right here in this D tier. You're kind of aligned here, like you're just here for the ride, I guess. Luminian also kinds of just exists as well. I think you're just average. I think you're C tier. There's nothing special about you. Yeah, Luminian C, you're in D. Mantike, the baby form of Mantine, absolute pain to evolve. You need Remoraid in your party, and it's just kind of like, you're evolving. You know what, I guess Mantine could make sense, right? But it's just kind of like, is it worth all that trouble just to get a Mantine on your team? You know what I mean? You're not F tier. I think you are cute though. I think it is a fun design, like good idea, giving Mantine a little bit of love. Fun way to evolve as well, but I think Mantike, you're probably in D tier. You're probably just with Finian there, just like, yeah, you know, you're here, good for you. Snover and, oh my gosh, dude, we are here at the squadron of Pokemon. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Snover and Abomasnow. Stay away from some fire, guys. You guys are kind of weak, kind of frail to them, but I mean, yeah, that's not really your fault. Snover, Abomasnow, great. Snover is definitely in the B tier with all these homies. Maybe we put Abomasnow in B as well. Oh man, are you more of Roserade, Ambipom starters? Yeah, I think you are though. I like Abomasnow. Kind of like Roserade and Ambipom though. I just I just, maybe a B plus, A minus. I think we put you in B. Like, there's nothing wrong with you two. I like you two. You're a lot of fun. Pretty cool shiny Pokemon as well. Snow Warning, Aurora Veil, Blizzard, Woodhammer can be really fun to use in some battling as well. I just don't know if I can put you in A, buddy. I'm sorry. I just don't know if I can do it. I think you're kind of with Ambipom and Roserade than you are, you know, Rampardos or Drifblim. But you know what? Still a big fan of you. We could adjust. And yeah, now we're here at the Squadron. We are here at all the extra evolutions that were added. Weavile, Magnezone, Licky, Rhyperior, Tangrowth, Electivire, Magmortar, Togekiss, Yanmega, the new evolutions, Gliscor, Mamoswine, Porygon Z, Gallade, Probopass, Dusknoir, and Frostlass. Oh my gosh. Great Pokemon. As I was saying earlier, I mean, you take a look at Sneasel, you take a look at Lickitung, you take a look at Tangela, and or even Yanma as well. You're just kind of like, there's something else here. You know, whereas like if the Pokemon Company came out and was like, nope, just Rhyhorn, Rhydon, or, you know, nope, just Elekid, Electabuzz, and, you know, Magby, Magmar, I feel like we all would have been like, all right, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're cool, you know, nothing against them. So happy that they got an extra evolution as well, because these guys are some absolute beasts. But yeah, like you look at Sneasel and you're just like, there's something else, man. What is it? So yeah, I like all of these. I mean, Weavile is great. Great shiny as well, a nice pink shiny. Magnezone, our PB run right now for Platinum. Kaizo, Ironmon went to the E4, maybe could have won. Let's not talk about that. Licky, I like. Yeah, you know, you're probably, yeah, you're just there. Rhyperior's cool. Rhyperior's awesome. Tangrowth is a homie. The noodles, the giant arm to slap you. Tangrowth also learns a lot of moves. Really good for Ironmon. Electivire and Magmortar are the two homies. Like, let's be real. Come on now. Electabuzz, Magmar, Electivire, Magmortar. I mean, what else can we say about them? Really fun to use as well. Electivire gets a lot of the elemental punches. A nice physical electric type, kind of with Luxray as well. They were lacking early on, and honestly, they still kind of lack. I mean, it's like those two, Zebstrika, and then you're talking like Zekrom, Zeraora. So yeah, I mean, well, electric is generally special, but yeah. You know, some physical electric types, really nice to have. Magmortar's a homie, great fire type, can be a lot of fun. Togekiss, absolute homie, awesome, really fun to use. Just an absolute problem, especially when it gets the fairy types. Serene Grace as well. Yanmega's cool. Should be Dragon Bug. I mean, it is literally a dragonfly. Literally. I remember I was hanging out with my friend. We were out in the middle of nowhere at his house, and like I actually saw Yanma. Like we were just chilling by his like little pond, little lake, and one landed before us, and I was just like, "That's a Yanma! Oh my gosh!" Like, and it was like identical. Literally a dragonfly, but you're bug flying. Again, really fun. Tinted lenses or speed boost, you know, has some uses there. Fun design. So yeah, let's get you guys on this list. Oh man. Oh boy, I think Weavile. Yeah, I gotta do it. You're S tier. Magnezone is A. Licky. Are you B or are you C, Licky? Are you B or are you C? Are you better than Lopunny, or again, are you just kind of a normal type that exists? That's the question. Yeah. I think you are. I think that answers the question. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Rhyperior. I think you're probably B. I think you're probably closer to Abomasnow, Roserade, Ambipom than you are maybe Rampardos or even, you know, Lucario, Infernape. Love Rhyperior. I just think you're B. You're just above average. Tangrowth, I don't have a lot of, you know, I never really used you before. I mean, only in like some randomizers. There's like, you know, some showdowns and stuff. I do like Tangela. I do like Tangrowth. I think you're probably on par with Rhyperior. And then Electivire, Magmortar, S tier for sure. Togekiss, yeah, you're A. You're A. Yanmega, oh boy. Again, not your fault that you're not Dragon Bug. That's not your fault. I just think you're probably closer to these three guys than you are like Togekiss and some of these guys. Evolutions, let's go. Leafeon and Glaceon. Grass type and ice type. Really glad that they added kind of these two types, and you know, I think it does make sense because there's Snow Point City and all the snow here, so definitely makes sense for Glaceon. And then grass is just one of those common types, so it also kind of made sense to have a grass type evolution. Both are unique in their own ways. I mean, all evolutions are pretty good, but I think you're probably like 6 and 7 for me, like in evolutions. Like we can all agree Jolteon is number 1, right? Then probably Espeon, Umbreon is 2 and 3. Vaporeon, maybe Sylveon is up there too. I just feel like for me, Flareon, Glaceon, Leafeon are like 6, 7, and 8 in terms of evolutions, but they're still great. Like, maybe we just. Are you good though? Like, are you on par with the starters in Togekiss? Or are you more with this recent like little Abomasnow, Tangrowth, Yanmega? Yeah, I think that's where you guys are. I think you guys are above average. I think you're above average, which isn't a problem. Still big fans of you too. Still appreciate you guys. And Gliscor, I do like Gliscor. I do. But again, like, are you with the A tier or are you with the B tier? You know, like, are you on the same level as Floatzel and Gastrodon, or are you with Yanmega and Tangrowth? You know, that's such a tough choice. You know what? Because of the toxic cheese, I think we'll put you in. Yeah. We'll put you in A tier. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe an A minus, maybe an A minus B plus, but we'll put you up here. Mamoswine, one of my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon, S tier. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This guy is so awesome, so fun to use. Ice Ground is such a fun typing. I think he was on my EBL team for like 3 or 4 straight seasons, and I think I took a year off and then drafted him the next year. And you know, he's just such a great physical attacker, some great moves, can really make some terra plays as well in Gen 9. Thick Fat is the ability, that certainly helps as well. But yeah, I feel like almost every EBL draft, after having Mamoswine for a season or two, you just hit that point in the draft where you're kind of like, all right, well, I need another physical attacker. I could probably use a ground type, maybe could go for an ice type as well, and then you just see Mamoswine and you're like, I mean, I could take him again. So yeah, always a fan of Mamoswine. Great Pokemon. S tier 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Porygon Z. Look at Porygon getting not 1 but 2 extra evolutions. Good for you, Porygon. Porygon 2 is also very great. Porygon Z is cool. Also use that on the EBL team as well as Electivire and some other guys on this list too. You A though. Are you A? No, where do we put Porygon Z? You're definitely better than Licky Licky and Lopunny. I think I put you in A because, yeah. Okay, now you guys really can't see this list. Yeah, okay. I think Porygon Z is A, I think. Yeah. Gallade, big fan of Gallade. Can I not move you anymore? No, I can. Where did I put Gallade? Where did you go? Gallade! Where are you? Where did I put you? Did we just lose Gallade? Oh no, here you are. Here you are. All right, Gallade, you are S tier. I'm just such a fan. Psychic fighting, fun typing, physical attacker. I think you could also build it special if you want. No, always have just been a big fan of Glade. Great design, great typing, really fun, unique. A big fan of this guy. I guess we could probably go more physical with you. Sword stance, psycho cut, sharpness as the ability. Maybe you aren't special. Well, you are special, but maybe you're not a special attacker. Okay, so I was taking crazy pills. For some reason, I don't know why I thought Glade could go both physical or special. Maybe I was thinking of Lucario, because I know you can do that with him. But yeah, no, Glade, physical attacker, psychic fighting, slap on sword stance, sharpness, psycho cut, and some other sharpness cutting moves. But yeah, always have been a big fan of Glade, Probopass, and Dusknoir. I think Probopass is probably with Bastiodon and C. Nothing against you. You're just average. Like, there's nothing really good or bad about you, buddy. Like, you're just there. You're with Bastiodon and Skuntank. Don't hate you, you know. Don't like you that much. You know, I mean, I guess I do like Probopass, but like nothing, I think, puts you in B tier. Or A tier or anything like that. Dusknoir, though, big fan, do like him, super tanky, can be a lot of fun to use. Again, another great Pokemon to use in Kaizo Ironmon. Yeah, we'll put you in A. We'll put you in A. Frostlass might be my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon. So once you are probably in S tier for sure. Yeah, I would probably say Frostlass, Mamoswine, probably my top two from this generation, maybe Electivire as well. But yeah, big fan of Frostlass, probably my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon. So definitely S tier, great typing, super fun, great design, really cool, just have always been a fan. Rotom, what's up, buddy? Regular Rotom, I think you're probably... oh man, the other form's not here? That's okay. We all know that the washing machine is best, right? No, I mean, I like all the Rotom. So regular Rotom, though, you know, we'll put you in... Because you have other forms and you're really unique, we will put you in B tier. I think regular Rotom is probably C, maybe D, but... The washing machine, the toaster, the fridge, the fan, they're all fun to use. They're all kind of cool. So for that, we'll put you in the B tier. So much respect to you, Rotom, and it's now kind of the Pokédex and super helpful in Gen 7 because I have no idea where I'm going. So appreciate that. And then we have the three Lake Guardians. We have Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. I think Azelf is probably my favorite of the three, so I think we put you in A tier. Mesprit is probably next for me, so we'll put you in B. And Uxie, you're average. Congratulations. Congratulations, my friend. You are average. Dialga, Palkia, the two box art legends for Diamond and Pearl. Dialga D Diamond, Pearl P Palkia. That's a good way to remember. I like both of these guys. These guys are awesome. Have used both of these in the EBL before. I probably lean Dialga a little bit more than I do Palkia. But are you guys both S tier or are you guys A tier? I think we put Dialga in S, I think. Yeah, we put Dialga in S, and I think we put Palkia in A. I kind of like that. Heran, you're here. What's up? Welcome. Yeah. B, you're definitely not average. You might be like average plus. You might be like C plus, B minus. Yeah, I like Heatran and B. You and Mesprit can hang. Regigigas, absolute great addition to the Reginald squad. Great shiny as well with the purple. Slow start as the ability that does sting, but if you do get him in a randomizer Nuzlocke, he does not have slow start. Ooh. You might have a laser on your hands. Now, I've always liked Regigigas. I mean, all the Reggies are cool. Reggie Gigas, I don't know if we put you in S tier. I don't know if you're on the same level as Dialga, but I think you're A tier. Yeah, I think you're great. Welcome. You're there. Giratina, we got both forms. We got the altered and the origin form. Shout out Giratina from the Genlock. Make sure you guys check that out. It may or may not have had thick fat as the ability, so that was really fun to use. But again, may or may not have had that. So again, you're probably right here with Palkia and Reggie Gigas, if I'm being honest. Maybe you're with Heatran? I don't know, man. Are you here or are you here? Are you here or are you here? Are you here? You know what? Let's put, I think, yeah. I think Dialga's probably my favorite legendary of this bunch. So I think it makes sense to put him in A and then you guys or I'm sorry, him in S, excuse me. And then him in the A tier. I do kind of like that. Cresselia, dude. I love Cresselia though. It's just such a fun design. I've always been a fan. I think we put you in S. There's really nothing about it, right? Manaphy and Fion, or Fion and Manaphy. I think are you more Mantike or Lumineon? I think, yeah. I think you're there. Like, I think you're there. I think you're probably here in B. I think you're probably on par with Mesprit and Heatran than you are Palkia, Giratina, and Reggie Gigas and Azelf. Darkrai, oh my gosh, dude, I love Darkrai too. Oh, Darkrai is so fun. I probably do like Cresselia a little bit more, so I think we're gonna put Darkrai in A tier. Shaman's Shaman, the Chia Pet. I think we put little guy. Oh no, where'd you go? Did I click on you? All right, we got you. I think you're B. I think you're here, and I think Skyform is A. And Arceus, you're God. You're the god of Pokemon. So yeah, that is it. Let me see. Are there any adjustments? I think we can zoom in a little bit more that way. Oh. Nope, guess not. All right, well, this is it, guys. Our Bidoof tier is Bidoof. Our God tier is Arceus, the god of Pokemon. Do we make any adjustments? I like this S tier. Staraptor, Luxray, Honchkrow, Spiritomb, Hippowdon, Weavile, Electivire, Magmortar, Mamoswine, Gallade, Frostlass, Dialga, and Cresselia. I think that's a great S tier. That is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13. I think that's a fair number. I don't think we've moved. I think this is a solid A tier. Call me crazy. I think this is accurate. I think, yeah. I mean, I think we could move a few of these up, but like these could all be an S tier, but I think then we oversaturate the S tier. I think this is actually a really solid list. Let's see, anybody else that we might be able to move up or down? No, I think I kind of like that list. So yeah, guys, here it is. Let me see if, like, I wish I could zoom in a little bit more. I guess not. Wow. All right, guys. Well, that is the Gen 4 tier list. Once again, this is just my opinion. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't already, do hit that thumbs up button to like this video. Do subscribe to the channel and let me know your list. Let me know your rankings. Let me know if you think I misspoke or you know, went up or down or went crazy. But honestly, I kind of like this. You know, I'm looking at it and I'm kind of like, yeah. So guys, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll do some more of these. If you have any ideas for future rankings, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, this is the 100% correct Gen 4 tier list. Until next time, y'all, I'll see you then. Peace out.